Kuala Lumpur. If you saw our last video, then you know we already visited some awesome spots here in KL, but today we have another jam-packed day full of markets, some shops, and even a skyscraper.
Nope.
But first, in typical Probably Lost fashion, we gotta start with some coffee.
We're staying in a building here in Kuala Lumpur called the Robertson, so you can imagine our delight when we found out that one of the best coffee shops in the entire city of KL is located practically right outside of our door.
We're at a coffee shop called VCR, and while this place is super well known for its specialty coffees, they also had some incredible looking brunch and pastry options inside. And while we're just stopping for our little dose of caffeine for this morning, we could definitely stay here and do some damage if our day wasn't so busy. Trey mentioned this was a super short walk, and he was not lying, because that's our building right there.
One of our favorite things to do ever is to grab a coffee to go, an iced coffee to go, especially in the summer, and go to a park and just walk through it. So that's what's up next.
So I know we already did a video on all the outdoor spaces here in KL, but we didn't mention a really important one. We've made it up to KLCC Park, and this isn't the largest park in the city, but it's a 50-acre green space with a few different things to do. If you're a kid, then you're gonna love the wading pool and the playground, and if you're an adult, you're gonna love the many, many green walking paths that are shaded throughout the park. But one thing both adults and kids will love is a view of one of the most famous buildings in all of Malaysia.
As cool as the Petronas towers are from outside, we want to try and go inside. So we're going to do that and escape the heat because it's 1,000 degrees outside, and hopefully we can get tickets. So behind the scenes, we are walking through a mall right now to get to the front of Petronas towers to see if we can go inside. And that brings up a good point. Kuala Lumpur does malls better than just about anywhere else. There's like 5 mega malls just in this little vicinity that we're in now, including this one.
It's also a way to get some free air conditioning, am I right? Boom. Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Those guys are awesome.
They were great. So we've already said this once, but the Petronas Towers are probably the most famous structure in all of Malaysia, and you can make the argument that it's the most famous structure in all of Southeast Asia. These twin towers were completed in 1998, and at one point they were the tallest buildings in the world at 452 meters, or 1,483 feet. Even though they no longer carry the title of the tallest buildings in the world, they are, however, at the top of the list for the tallest twin towers. Each tower consists of 88 floors and is connected by a sky bridge located on the 41st and 42nd floors, which not only serves as an aesthetic feature, but also provides structural support for the towers.
He was telling us when we got up here that the bridge will sway this way, this way, this way, this way, and I think I'm making it happen in my head, but I'm feeling like...
There's like no wind though.
I know, but I'm
just in your head a little bit.
I feel it.
Tickets were 98 ringgit each, which is honestly a little bit expensive, but it's also kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We'll only probably do this once.
Yeah, we would have regretted it if we didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We are going now to the 86th floor?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Time to go to the top.
I love that this like shows what's outside because there's no windows. I think that's really cool.
I'm all for the no windows thing.
Okay.
I'm great. You know what? I'm gonna go by the window once. Nope. Nope. One other option for an observation deck is the KL Tower, which is just over there. We opted against it because paying for another observation deck would have been a bit redundant and also very expensive, but it's an option nonetheless if you're looking for that. One cool thing about that is it does have an observation deck that is cheaper than this. They also have a sky deck that is open air and has a glass bottom viewing platform that you can take pictures on. It really just comes down to what you prefer. If you prefer an enclosed space from way high up, then this is gonna be your best bet. But if you want that glass bottom picture way up in the sky from the KL Tower, then you're gonna wanna go there. All right, as awesome as these views are, honestly, I'm about ready to go down to ground level, so let's take this party back outside. Up next is an area of Kuala Lumpur that's considered by some to be the heart of the country. We've made it over to a place called Merdeka Square, and this area carries a lot of cultural and historical weight. Merdeka Square is the Malaysian equivalent of the National Mall in Washington, D.C., or Trafalgar Square in London. Known locally as Dataran Merdeka, Merdeka Square is a vast open space situated in the center of Kuala Lumpur, surrounded by iconic landmarks and historical buildings. At its center stands the tall flagpole known as the Merdeka flagpole, towering at 95 meters or 312 feet high, making it one of the tallest flagpoles globally. Merdeka Square is not only just a historical site, but also a huge gathering point for a lot of the locals and tourists to meet up on significant holidays. One huge holiday that's celebrated here is the National Day celebration, when the country commemorates its independence. If you're looking for a place to understand the identity of Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia as a whole, then this is the place that you'll want to start your journey. Another major landmark nearby is the Jamek Mosque, which sits at the confluence of the Klang and Gombak River. This is one of the oldest mosques in Kuala Lumpur, dating back to 1909, and is known as the oldest place of Islamic worship here in Kuala Lumpur. Sheesh. That's a big dude.
That's a big one. This entire area near Jamek Mosque and Merdeka Square is a place that you can explore all day. There are museums, and there's also this River of Life. I believe it's like a little river walk, and there's also some shops, some restaurants, and there's a light show at night, so it's a great spot for after the sun goes down. All right, all this walking around is making me pretty hungry.
And I know just the spot. Right. So for lunch today, it's not technically traditional Malaysian cuisine, but that's gonna come later on in this video tonight. For now, we're stopping off at a really cool little hidden spot called Merchant's Lane.
Merchant's Lane is located above an old shop in the Chinatown area of Kuala Lumpur, and if you're not paying attention, then you might miss it.
It feels kind of like a speakeasy, except for a restaurant. There's not really much signage outside, except for that little sign. It's the only sign there is. It's really easy to miss.
Excellent, thank you.
So I got what's called cow food, kind of funny, which is like a pesto stir fry with tempura. And then Trey, oh man, that looks so good.
Basically got a chicken sandwich.
The food is amazing, but I think the real selling point for Trey and I is the playlist. The playlist is all like pop punk, and it's just
Taking us back to 2005. Time to hop back outside and go explore some more. Thankfully, we don't have to walk too far because we're already in Chinatown.
great deal.
70% off Christmas tree. Chinatown's main street is called Petaling Street, and this is a really good area if you want to find really good, luxurious knockoff items. If that's what you're looking for, then boy, you're gonna love this place. This really is a bargaining hunter's paradise. It's like a giant outdoor flea market where you can kind of unleash your inner negotiator and try your hand at haggling for the best prices. Also, the haggling part is a part of the experience, so come here and be friendly with the guys trying to sell, and you'll probably be able to meet in the middle somewhere on something that you want. In addition to shopping and finding really cool things, you can also get food here. We've come here almost every day since we've been here because it's a short walk away. You find something new just about every single time, and the people here working are generally pretty nice.
Enough shopping done at Petaling Street, you can head over to the Central Market, which is located inside of a restored Art Deco building and offers a diverse range of handicrafts, artworks, and souvenirs. It's a treasure trove for art enthusiasts and shoppers seeking very unique Malaysian gifts. much of a barterer, and this place is great because it kind of has that set price. They're pretty reasonable. I haven't seen anything too outrageous, and you can find lots of good stuff. Alright y'all, as cool as Kuala Lumpur is during the day, it is unimaginably hot. So we're gonna go home, get a little cleaned up, and resume this vlog when we're a little less sweaty.
All right, if you're a big foodie, then you're gonna absolutely love Kuala Lumpur. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that the options for food here are overwhelming. There are markets all over the city, but thankfully there's one market here in the center of town that's got just about everything you could ever want in one place.
Dinner tonight is here on Jalan Alor Street, and when I say that it has everything, it has everything. There's about 30 to 40 stalls open on any given day, and you can find basically just anything that you want. We're here at Restaurant Sai Wu, and we were told that this is a good place to check out, so that's what we're doing. These restaurants serve a different variety of cuisines, including Malaysian, Chinese, Thai, and seafood specialties. We've also seen a lot of different smoothie stalls and even some durian stands. Alright, we have ordered. We found a few things that we can try, and we're very excited about it, but I have a feeling if we want to try anything else, we'll find it on this street.
When we originally came to Malaysia, we planned on doing a video on the food here, but unfortunately we kind of run out of time because we leave in a day and a half. So I guess that just means that we have to come back, which we'd already planned on coming back to see more of Malaysia in the future, but now we have another video idea that we can do next time we're in Kuala Lumpur, so it kind of worked out.
Thank you.
Thank you. I forget what it was called. We'll put it right here. It looks delicious. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Also in Malaysia, satay is a big part of the food scene, and we've never had satay. We didn't get it in Vietnam, we didn't get it in Thailand, we didn't get it in Cambodia. So first time for everything, and the first time's coming in Malaysia, and I can't wait. This looks incredible.
Yeah. It's got a sweet flavor. I can't figure out where I know it from, but it tastes delicious.
It's almost like a sweet jerky. Like it's cooked
Yep.
really, really great, and barbecued is a nice little char. It's
Yeah.
really good.
So this last dish is actually, I think its origins are Chinese, but this is also something that we read in all the blog posts. One of our Grab drivers told us we had to get Hokkien mee while we were here in Malaysia, but we're gonna try it and see how it is. It's good. The consistency is very different from the other dish that we got that I will put the name down below. The consistency a little bit different. The noodles are definitely thicker.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of like udon noodles. They're really thick. So I'll be honest with you guys, the Hokkien mee was not our favorite. It just wasn't. I'm not gonna tiptoe around it. It was not our favorite. But we do need to wash it down with something, and if you can't tell from how fast I drank this water, I'm pretty thirsty. So let's go get a beer.
Okay, so just a short walk around the corner from Jalan Alor is a street full of bars. This is kind of like the Broadway of Kuala Lumpur. If you're from Nashville or you've been to Nashville, you know what I'm talking about. Albeit this is a lot more tame than Broadway in Nashville. But if you're trying to drink, then this is your spot.
It kind of feels like happy hour never ends on this street. It kind of, everything varies from like 11 o'clock to 2 a.m. and like...
The Bahamas. Welcome to the Bahamas.
You're basically always gonna find a pint on discount down here, although who knows if it's actually on discount. It might be marked up because this is a pretty trendy drinking street.
Our only requirement for the place that we're gonna sit is good lighting and not too loud of music because Trey and I are old and we don't like to uns all night. It's called Chippy's Drinks. Going back to what I said before, the happy hour here is all day. So, you can come here all day. Like Trey said, these are probably not the cheapest beers that we could find, but it is a fun atmosphere. We've met some people, and we're just kind of hanging out, enjoying ourselves, because this is one of the last nights here in Southeast Asia for us, so we gotta enjoy it.
So I don't think we've actually said where we are because we're kind of terrified to say it without reading it. So it's called Chenkat Bukit Bintang. If that's the correct pronunciation, then yay, and if not, then I apologize. But in any case, we came here a few nights ago with our friends Brian and Carrie, and this is just an amazing area for a night out. This is like the nightlife hub of Kuala Lumpur. So if you're looking to go wild, as Hannah said earlier, ounce it up, then Chenkat Bukit Bintang is your place. All right, so normally we would end our video about right here, but we can't end this video without going back to where we first began today, not including the coffee shop because that's closed. Every night here, the Petronas Towers light up and the fountain in the KLCC Park put on a show. This whole area of Kuala Lumpur is known as the Golden Triangle. The boundary for the Golden Triangle is formed by the intersection of 3 main roads, Jalan Imbi, Jalan Sultan Ismail, and Jalan Raja Chulan. The area is characterized by its ultra-tall skyscrapers, luxury hotels, upscale shopping malls, and vibrant nightlife.
When we've been exploring the city, it's kind of felt like New York or Tokyo to me, which is something I really didn't expect when we first got to Kuala Lumpur. But we've had so much fun exploring the city and we haven't even done everything. So if we missed out on stuff, please get in the comments and let us know so on our next visit here, we can make sure to do those things because we have to come back for the food anyway.
Yep.
In the meantime, we're gonna wrap things up here and we'll see you in a few days doing whatever it is we're doing wherever we are.